2022 saw the world sit up and take notice of the needs, voices, and expertise of small-scale fisherfolk. As the International Year of Artisanal Fisheries and Aquaculture, conversations were held on the global stage that shone a light on the realities of small-scale fishing and the threats that millions of people working in coastal communities face day in, day out. To help shine that light, the SSF Hub mobilized our international community, amplifying the voices of our members through our Fisher Voices campaign and bringing small-scale fisherfolk to the heart of IYAFA's policy action at the first ever Small-Scale Fisheries Summit ahead of the Committee on Fisheries in Rome. By enabling collaboration and dialogue across the small-scale fisheries community, IYAFA has paved the way for collective action to advance the implementation of the small-scale fisheries guidelines and provide meaningful support to small-scale fisherfolk across the world. Running throughout the year, the Fisher Voices campaign saw us build new connections between our community members, getting to the heart of the things that are most important to them via a dedicated YouTube series, facilitating local dialogues that unpacked key issues, and offering a dedicated space for fisherfolk and their representatives to share their concerns and advocate for their needs as part of regional webinars. While their needs, like their communities, are unique, their demand of policymakers was unified: to commit to the recommendations made in the 2014 SSF guidelines. Without such commitments and tangible action from governments, our efforts and the hard work of small-scale fisherfolk fighting for change risk going to waste. From discussing the changes that they need to see governments make.
Pescadores en todas partes del mundo, en Latinoamérica, Centroamérica, Asia, África, tenemos los mismos problemas. Y esos problemas nos llevan a estar unidos como estamos hoy día en estas organizaciones internacionales para hacer fuerza en conjunto.
ที่ต้องมีความจริงใจในการทำงานนะครับเพราะว่าถ้ามือกระยาวสาวได้สาวเอาหรือปล่อยให้เรือพาณิชย์เข้ามาถล่มในพื้นที่ที่มีทรัพยากรแบบนี้ก็ชาวประมงพื้นบ้านจริงๆก็ไม่ได้
There needs to be an increased awareness of gender issues to improve the quality of life for women in fisheries.
To sharing goals and ambitions for themselves and their communities.
আরো বোনেরা পাশাপাশি সমলম্ব এনজিও আরো প্রশিক্ষণ ট্রেনিং মিটিং দিলে সবাই এইভাবে পাশাপাশি কাজ করলে সবাই এলাকার সমলম্ব হইব ছেলেমেয়ে লেখাপড়া করে তো সবকিছু করতে পারে
A defesa da pesca artesanal, a defesa dos pescadores e dos seus territórios, ela ultrapassa qualquer país.
And encouraging fellow fisherfolk to act as agents for change.
Fishermen, you have to take control of you as a fisherfolk.
Y lo que sí está claro que nosotros tenemos una misión importante y es poner en valor el gran patrimonio que tenemos de nuestra profesión. Un patrimonio que no queremos perder. Por eso queremos ser una voz fuerte en el mundo ante nuestros gobiernos y ante las autoridades internacionales, ¿no?
E vamos todos, de facto, trabalhar em conjunto para dar a conhecer e para convencer as pessoas que a pesca artesanal, sim, tem lugar, tem futuro.
The SSF Hub community has been the beating heart of the Fisher Voices campaign. Policymakers, it's your moment. Fisherfolk have told you what they need and how they can help you achieve it. All that's needed now is for governments to take action. By implementing the recommendations made in the SSF guidelines, you have the opportunity to make the end of IYAFA the beginning of a new era of support for small-scale fisheries. The SSF Hub has pulled together many of the declarations and calls to action that we have heard from the small-scale fishing community throughout IYAFA. The SSF Hub has also collated the insights and views we heard from collaborators in the SSF sector from around the world into a series of toolkits focused on 3 key themes that summarize the declarations made by fisherfolk, provides links to external resources, and showcases real-life examples of how a community can be transformed by appropriate policy support. To discover more and access the toolkits, visit www.ssfhub.org.